So last year when Penny and I were hiking, we came across a kind of like an old bottle dump. Just a place where people were dumping bottles and old metal pans and stuff. It was kind of weird. But so we decided to grab a bunch because what I want to do is break some of this up and throw it in the tumbler. Found a few old broken bottles, some blue stuff. I was looking for the blue stuff because I thought that was pretty cool. But there's old brown bottles. This is Lysol. And there's Javex, and this is Javex here. Should watch where I'm aiming. But the first thing I have to do, some of these have caps on them still. The first thing I have to do is soak them in water for a while. Mostly the inside, and then I can wash the outside later, but I don't want any of this stuff in my tumbler. So, I'm going to soak them for a bit, and we'll wash them up, and we'll continue on after that. Alrighty, so I have everything soaking in stuff called Blue Thunder. It's just a really strong detergent. So we'll let it sit for a couple hours, 2-3 hours, and then we'll clean everything up and break it. So everything's washed out and cleaned as much as it needs to be, and I think we'll be okay to break them up. Okay, so I think the best place to do this would be in my garage, but I'm not going to crush it in there or break them in there. I'm going to do it in this old shopping bag because I don't want to be putting food in it after these bottles have been in there for about a year or so. So I think I will do that. Put a bottle one at a time, break it, and see what happens. I'll still wear gloves and glasses and all that fun stuff. And we will go from there. Okay, so we have the bag, we have the bottle. Open up the sleeve. Put the bag in the bottle. There. Ready? 1, 2. Still pretty big. Some of them are big. Some of it's, that's a cool one. It's got a good mixture. If there's anything too big, I will cut it down. I'll break it again. And then I'll do these with the rest of the bottles. And then we'll head on to the tumbler. So I think that's plenty of glass. I've got these bottles left, but they could be saved for future projects. So yeah, that's a lot of glass. So I'm gonna get this stuff downstairs, clean up any little shards that are around, vacuum everything up, and we will continue off in a second. All right, I got a tub full of broken glass. I guess the next step would be to throw it in the tumbler. Actually, there's a couple that I want to break a little bit more so it'll look like an actual piece of broken glass instead of part of a bottle. So I will do that, and then as I go along with them, I will just throw them in the tumbler and we will continue from there. There goes nothing. Alright, so I've got it probably close to half full. Not quite, but I'm going to throw in a couple of pieces of heavier stone. This is banded iron, so it'll kind of tumble everything down a little bit. And I'm also going to throw in some very small pebbles to help to get into the small places. That'll help get the grit around. The grit sticks to the rock, and then the rocks get into the little tiny places, and hopefully we'll have a nice batch of beach glass. So I got this little tub of small pieces of gravel I like to mix in with my bigger rocks when I'm tumbling rocks. So this will help fill in the spaces. And I'm also going to throw in a handful of ceramic beads because they're a little bit smaller than these rocks, and I think that'll help even more. They'll get into all the little crevices and stuff. Alrighty, so we are good to go. Now I have to add some water and then the grit. Right about there, just below the level of everything. So now I'm going to add in around 4 tablespoons of 6090 grit silica carbide. Forgot to mention that this is a 4-pound lower tone tumbler. So I put about 4 tablespoons of grit, 6090. It's going to tumble for about 4 to 5 days, I think. 4, maybe 5. I have to check it every day, because what happens is sometimes there's air bubbles inside glass, and when those bubbles release, it'll expand your barrel. So this will bulge out, and if it gets too bad, it's going to pop your lid right off and make a really big mess. So you have to check on that every day, just to be on the safe side. Plug it in. Have my lotto tumbler going right now too. Plug that in. Throw our barrel on. It has been 5 days since we tumbled this glass. I checked the bottom of it every day and everything was fine. It didn't bulge at all, which is really cool. So maybe, I don't know, maybe nothing happened. Alright, so we're going to open this up. We'll pour it in the sink and see what's going on. And when I say sink, it's an outdoor sink attached to a hose, and the water goes into a bucket. Do not pour the stuff down your drain in your house. Seriously. Okay, well, I'm gonna lay this stuff out on the table and let it dry for a few minutes and see what's going on, see what's happening. I don't know. No, hang on, as they're starting to dry, I can see some frosting happening, so we'll wait a few minutes, see what's going on. I do have a few examples of real beach glass. This is stuff that we've collected when we're doing our rock hounding. That's because my finger's wet. But it is quite frosted. All right, they're almost dry. Most of them are. So this is after 5 days of tumbling with grit, ceramic media, and a few rocks. They're not too bad. I don't think I'm going to go any farther, because if I do, I think they'll just become shinier. That's my guess anyway. Well, here's one with a clean break. So that was pretty recent that happened. This one I really can't do anything with. So I'm going to do another batch of glass, and I'm going to throw this in, because this is pretty distinguishable. I'm going to throw this in with the next batch, and we'll see what happens. So if you want to make your own beach glass, folks, very simple. A lot of fun. Just be careful, wear your proper eyewear and stuff when you're breaking it. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. But like I said, I'm going to experiment some more. I think the next batch I will do without the tumbling media, and I'll just use rocks and grit and the glass, and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so this time it's glass and just rocks, mostly banded iron actually, because it's a lot heavier, and about 3 tablespoons of grit, and just a little bit of water. Like, it's just, you can see it down right around there. So we're going to give this a shot, and I'm going to let it go for another 5 days. We'll try that out. And this is what happened when we did that. Just grit and some banded iron. I figured they were heavier. Some smaller rocks too, but pretty much the same result. Now that one piece of glass that we used from the last batch, I threw in here, and all the writing is gone. So it's getting a lot smoother. Or it's wearing down anyways. So I don't think I'm going to get any better than this. I'll have to maybe try something else. But I mean, they're okay. I'm happy with it. They're still frosted. They just don't have that really worn look. But I wouldn't sell them as beach glass or as tumbled beach glass anyways. I would just sell them as tumbled glass. So if I was to do anything with them, probably make some jewelry, some craft things. But you want to make sure that you tell people that it's not right from the beach, that you've tumbled this yourself. That way nobody gets mad at you. You said this was beach glass. So that's for the 4-pound tumbler. Then I did the 3-pound tumbler with a lot less glass and some bigger rocks. Pretty much the same. It's still a little bit wet here. And this one just broke. Probably one of these big rocks. Yeah, so it's a good result. I mean, I'm really happy with it. I was just trying to get more of that beach worn look. But we'll keep experimenting. And if I happen to be successful, I'll show it to you. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching, everyone. I didn't want you to watch everyone. Words is hard sometimes. So thanks a lot for watching. I have lots of videos on rock tumbling, rock hounding, making things out of rocks, making things out of glass. So this would be a whole new adventure for me. And we'll see what happens. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I think we're going to do some rock hounding. It seems like it's going to be a nice day. A little chilly, a little cool, but not much of this left. Thanks again. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.